Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is episode 2. And I really enjoyed the first one. Kind of, pulling us back into that world and what it looks like at that point in time with the Inquisitors hunting Jedi, Obi-Wan being on Tatooine and
Alderaan still existing.
Alderaan still existing, yeah. and that also actually being a big surprise in this first episode with that big focus on Alderaan and Leia, Bail, and that is actually the thing, Leia being kidnapped. That's what's pulling Obi-Wan away from Tatooine. I really like that story approach, and I'm curious to see where that's leading. And then at some point, I'm sure we're going to see Vader again. We didn't get any Vader in the first episode. But it also makes sense to sort of save that a little bit. We did, however, and we didn't really talk about this in the discussion, but we did get a very cool opening scene with going back to Order 66 at the Jedi Temple. And I think we saw that to connect to something that they're going to show us maybe later on relating to the character of Reva, because I think that one of those kids was maybe possibly Reva as a child. So yeah, that would make sense as well. But hey, are you ready to jump into the second episode?
Yes.
Yes.
Just again.
Cat disclaimer.
This is my Prego belly. It might show, it might not. If it shows, I don't care.
Yeah, and you shouldn't either.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Then let's do it. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for Attack on Titan at the moment, where we are several episodes ahead compared to here on YouTube. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. And here we go.
I'm looking for a ship. I was tracking its signal.
You're in Daiyu now. All signals in or out are blocked. People like their secrets out here.
Oh, can't really track the ship. Oh, this looks great.
Yeah. It's a little Nashida vibe, a little bit.
Yeah. Like Coruscant Underworld.
If ever I needed guidance, Master, it's now.
Spare any credits. Help a veteran get a warm meal.
Well, it's not Rex, is it? No.
He thought so, perhaps?
I thought for a second, with the blue on the armor, but it was just an old clone. But of course, they're going to use Tomorrow for that. Yeah.
He is the clone.
Yeah. Played Django, played Boba, all the clones.
Want some spice, old man? I got Kessel, Pure.
Want to go home and rethink your life.
I'm looking for my daughter, but she was taken, and she's on this planet.
Well, if she's here, you're never gonna see her again. Nobody leaves this place.
Comforting.
That one's free. A couple more of those, and you'll forget she ever existed.
I like her hair, though.
There's a Jedi. He helps people.
Hmm?
The Jedi are all gone.
I'll take you to him.
Is it actually going to be a Jedi? Oh!
Okay.
This is a Jedi mind trick. Do not be alarmed. I am inside your mind.
You're inside the mind.
I'm sending a mother and son to your gate. You will let them through when they
Or
arrive.
what is this?
The Force is so strong with you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's
nah.
Gate 3C.
Seems
Thank
like
you for helping us, Haja.
Oh, the Jedi must protect the realm.
some sort of a con man.
The shadows are my realm, for the light is an unforgiving place for my kind. Of course.
Of
How much?
course.
500 to locate the girl, another 300 to take you to her.
Goodness, that light is unforgiving. You're a bottom feeder. A rat who preys on weakness. But in my experience, rats know more about the sewers than anyone else.
So judgmental.
gonna help me find this girl I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You'll help me?
Yeah.
Can I trust you?
Definitely.
No.
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 That beard stroke.
Yeah, it's very...
So Obi-Wan.
Yeah. So on brand.
What are you guys making in here?
Spice?
Yeah. I'm guessing
Or, well...
drugs of some kind.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there we go. Spice.
What did he take? Oh, the keycard, yeah.
Oh! Ow!
He's a fabric.
Did you hit one of the horns or something? Find her?
No.
Or no? Yeah, well, it was a trap.
You're not a Jedi anymore, Kenobi. You're just a man. You're bleeding all over my floor.
Well, everybody bleeds.
Oh! Good thing he got that little free sample.
Yeah.
No.
Let go of me!
Wait!
Let go!
Your father sent me. I'm here to help you.
Where's the army?
Come. I'm gonna get you out of here.
He's your only hope.
Yeah.
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 Oh, they are high
As
fuck.
Where is he?
Is that it?
Nope.
You're it? Jedi?
Quiet. I'm really bad at hiding it.
Yeah.
It's just, you seem kind of old and beat up.
Thank you.
You would kidnap an Imperial Senator's child?
We've done worse.
You have no right.
I used the girl as bait.
And you did this without informing me?
You left me no choice.
She thinks she will gain favor by capturing Kenobi.
Whatever power you are craving, it will not change what you are.
And what is that?
The least of us.
Wow.
You came to us from the gutter.
Secure the city. I will take Kenobi in myself. You are no longer required, sister.
Wow. I don't know if she's gonna turn or anything, but she's definitely gonna break away from the Inquisitors at some point in this story.
I don't want them to catch him. I want them to squeeze him. He'll reveal himself eventually. And I will be waiting.
Nice headshot.
Awfully nice
Mm.
from a mugshot, you know?
Yeah, put this on.
Colorful.
Can I try this one instead?
Half the city is looking for you. Put this on. Yeah, little green cape. You don't need those. And the gloves.
No time to argue.
No.
If anyone asks, we're farmers from Tall, and you're my daughter.
Granddaughter, maybe.
What?
Nothing.
Sassy.
Don't touch him.
No.
You sound like my parent.
Oh, wait. Is that for Lum?
I read that Jedi can make things float. Make me float.
What?
Leia.
Float.
Not now.
No.
Because you can't. You think the less you say, the less you give away. But really, it's the opposite.
How old are you?
Nope, not at all. Thank you.
Wouldn't he know how old she is? But I know it was a rhetorical question, but
He should. He would.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Sis is with the girl. He'll have half of the city on him now.
Let's get to him first.
You really want to? Okay.
No noise from that.
Her name's Lola, and she won't make any. She's hurt.
Good. We'll be back in the palace, back to normal by nightfall.
Normal. Great.
Now who's hiding something, princess?
You don't have to call me that. I'm just Leia.
Stay here.
What is that? Why is there a picture of you?
Leia.
That's what you were hiding. You're the reason I'm here. They took me to get to you.
Figure that out quickly.
Yep.
No.
Well, this is a problem.
Yep.
He's gonna have to prove to her that he's a Jedi, but I'm sure he's gonna be forced to do that anyway. Oh shit. And now she knows where he is. Ah, Obi-Wan using a blaster. So uncivilized. Parkour. Force. Parkour.
Hold on! Hold on tight!
Yeah, you're gonna have to. There we go. Yep. Had to do it. Now she knows he's a Jedi, at least.
Yeah.
Right?
Inquisitors. Many were Jedi who turned to the dark side. Now they hunt their own kind.
And this is all for you? Who are you?
Oh! Okay, well, it can't be fallen then.
Have I made a few bad decisions? Sure. Do I feel bad about it? Sometimes. My credits? Yeah. There's so much stuff you can buy with credits.
Haja.
You remembered my name. I'm trying to make amends. Go to these coordinates. They'll help you from there.
And how do I know this isn't just a trap?
And who are they?
What choice do you have?
I know she put a bounty on Kenobi. Where is he? Don't. No.
Wow. He died horribly.
Finally, we meet. We both know why you're here. You're as good as they say.
Get out of my way.
Put the bounty on me now.
Where is he?
Ah, that wasn't magnets, was it?
No.
No.
What did you ask? You know what? I'm not gonna answer it.
I don't need you to.
Yeah, shouldn't have approached her.
Since I met you, I've been chased, shot at, I almost fell to my death, and now there are inquisiting people out there.
Inquisiting people.
Somebody is offering us help. What now?
He's a really good Leia.
Nothing.
Yep.
You just remind me of someone.
Yeah.
She was fearless too, and stubborn.
I'm not stubborn.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. Was your friend a Jedi too?
No, she was a leader. She died a long time ago.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
She was your mother. Of course, can't say that.
Obi-Wan.
What now?
You don't have to worry. You're not going to die today. I'm just going to take you to me.
Ooh.
Lord Vader will be pleased.
Yep.
You didn't know. He's alive, Obi-Wan. Anakin Skywalker is alive. And I will be the one to deliver you to him.
Oh, sister! I can stand the reek of your ambition no longer.
All right.
Really think I'd let you take all the credit?
Who's in the gutter now?
What? Okay, well, so apparently not the same Grand Inquisitor as we saw in Rebels.
Did he have markings?
Yeah, I'll explain in the discussion. Interesting.
No, not really.
Anakin.
That was early, kind of. I don't know.
And that's all we get. Yeah. Just a little tease at the end. And definitely also one of the reasons why they decided to release 2 episodes is so that people would get that ending and get that itch satisfied that, okay, yes, we did get to see Vader. All right, yeah, I have a thing or two to say about this episode. It was a bit shorter than the first episode, but also more focused on, well, them here on the planet Daiyu and Obi-Wan trying to find and rescue Leia, something that has also happened before in Star Wars. Not that she necessarily always needs rescue; she can take care of herself. But at this point in time, still being a child, like there's limits to what she can do. But it was a trap set by Reva, and let's just get into that whole thing with the Inquisitors. Because as we talked about in the first one, she's very reckless and bloodthirsty and borderline insubordinate towards the other Inquisitors and very focused on, like, she wants to be the one who finds Obi-Wan because Vader is looking for him, has been looking for him for 10 years, and she wants to gain his favor. I think that has sort of been established, but I'm sure there's something else to it as well. Or it feels like there's more to it than just her wanting to gain the favor of Vader.
Yeah, and I think you're right about the snippet we saw with the younglings.
Yeah, Order 66, that might have been her.
Yeah, because we got that little information that Inquisitors are usually Jedis that are being, well...
They turned, and now they're hunting their own kind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think the reason this is explained to us is because that's supposed to be connecting to...
Yes.
Specifically Reva.
Yes. Like, if you knew it beforehand or not, there's a reason why they are explicitly telling us this in this series, and there's a reason why they, of course, showed us that flashback with Order 66. So it's gonna come into play at some point. But hey, she seemingly killed the Grand Inquisitor. What the hell? I am kind of confused about that, because
if he is the same as in
Rebels, yes, and in, like, here it's different actors as well. Like in Rebels, he was played by Jason Isaacs, who played Malfoy in Harry Potter.
Lucius
Malfoy, yes. But here he's being played by Rupert Friend. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his last name. So, and there has been some confusion about, like, his look, because it's not quite the same, or he looks sort of different than he does in the animated series, and you could chalk that up to, yeah, it's difficult to just make that transition sometimes, and characters can look very different in animation, and you can't really do that effectively, perhaps, in live action. But then there's also the thing where, like, we've seen this species before in Revenge of the Sith, and he didn't look like that, this version of him. And now that Reva apparently killed him, then, like, it can't be the same Grand Inquisitor, because Rebels happens later than this.
And he's alive there.
So that must mean, like, there are 2 Grand Inquisitors of seemingly the same race-ish. Like, I don't know how they're going to explain this. Or maybe he just survives this. I don't know. They act quickly and throw him into a Bacta tank, and then he'll survive. But what is that going to do to like the Inquisitors and like that whole thing, because Reva can't get away from this. Is it Reva or Reva? Like
I've heard someone say Reva, but
I think he said Reva, but it's just in promotional material and interviews. I think everybody said Reva, but anywho, what's gonna happen to her from here on? Because like, you can't get away with just killing the Grand Inquisitor unless that is encouraged, because it's sort of a Sith thing to kill and betray your master, or at least want to, but they are not Sith. Like, they don't have to abide by the rule of two. So again, how's that gonna fit into canon? I thought he was going to be safe, the Grand Inquisitor, again, because we see him in Rebels, and same with the fifth brother, played by Sung Kang, I think his name is. He should be safe as well, but now I'm just I'm a little bit confused about that.
Yeah, I understand.
A little bit puzzled, like how that fits in, and what Reva's role is going to be moving forward, now that if she didn't kill the Grand Inquisitor, she definitely injured him. Is Vader gonna like that? Or sorry, again, just confusion. Let's move on to something else. I'm sure they're gonna let us know what's up. But we also saw Kumail Nanjiani, who we knew was going to be in this, and I saw a screenshot of his character at some point where he's wearing something that looks like Jedi robes. So I thought he was actually going to play a Jedi, but then it quickly became apparent in that scene where we got introduced to him that nah, man, he's a straight up con artist who's just trying to swindle these people and make them believe that he's a Jedi. And yes, of course, he used magnets and whatnot.
Magnets!
Yeah, bitch, magnets. But he also wanted to make amends after that, and maybe sort of change his mind. And then it ended up with him actually helping Obi-Wan sort of get away, and then he made the mistake of just walking straight up to Reva and sort of challenging her there. Maybe he like, even though he pretended to be a Jedi, a Force user, he might not have known too much about what they can actually do. So
no, but he definitely, he did help Obi and Leia. Obi-Wan, he asked, why should I trust you? Why you're criminal? Why
should I trust you?
Yeah. And he was like, well, yeah, I've done bad shit. I'm very fond of credits. Have I done things that I'm not proud of? Yeah, but he still kind of believes in the Jedi. He still believes in that they're not lost to the Empire completely, and if he
it is only 10 years after the whole thing happened, and there are definitely most likely still a lot of people out there who does still remember the Jedi fondly, and when they see a Jedi, they maybe see it as a sign of some kind of hope, because the Empire is being the Empire and cracking down on the entire galaxy.
Yeah.
So seeing that and finding out that Obi-Wan was indeed a Jedi, that might have brought hope to some people. And it seems like he also sent Obi-Wan to, like, there are some other people out there who wants to help. He kept saying they.
Yeah, it definitely seems that there's someone that we're gonna see, because he sent them to coordinates. Where is it? Yeah, as you said, they are gonna help.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see someone who wants to help, and he also said that in the end he did end up helping the mother and the kid that we saw that he swindled.
Yeah.
To safety, and it seems like that was a Force sensitive kid.
Yeah.
Because there was something about the dialogue that was like, well, he's going to be hunted for what he is.
Yes, exactly. I was wondering about that as well while the scene was happening, and if that indeed is true, or if that was something that he told them, or like to get them to be more desperate at that point in time. But maybe yeah, the kid is actually force sensitive, and the people that, like the ones who wants to help. I mentioned maybe some sort of rebel cell because the Rebel Alliance hasn't been formed at this point in time yet. But there's another character we also talked about in the last one who is still out there, Ahsoka. I don't know if that is going to be the case, but we'll see. Whoever is going to be.
And sometimes it doesn't have to be
someone we know.
No. It could just like be new people.
Definitely. Or maybe just with a small connection to something or someone we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely also encourage new characters, new faces.
It would be weird if a galaxy of this size.
Yeah, it's always the same people.
It's always the same, 20 people.
Yes. Unless it like really makes sense to the story. Like what they did at the end of The Mandalorian, where some people could be like, wow, they just really pulled Luke Skywalker into this whole thing, huh? Did they really need to do that? But it made sense for the story at that time that yes, it would be Luke. So if they do something like, I could see it make sense with Ahsoka, but could also be new characters. Definitely. But the young actress who's playing Leia.
Oh, she's great.
She is great. Perfect for that role. And I of course see Leia in her, but also, as Obi-Wan noticed, I see some Padme in there as well. And just this tenacity, but also going to grow up to be an amazing leader.
Yeah, the whole, like, how old are you? Like, because, well, she is definitely...
Very mature.
Very mature of her age. And yeah, it's great to see that, there's people like this. And also kind of standing up to bullies.
Very much so.
So that's very much...
Again, her character.
Yeah, and she's not afraid. Like,
no.
She's not afraid.
Not afraid of anything. She will just tell you what is on her mind at any point in time.
That little quip she gave at her cousin last one.
Yeah, that was still amazing.
Great.
Such a great slap back with him being kind of a douche, and she wouldn't take it.
And that was when I was like, you're not 10.
Yeah, excuse me, how old are you? Man, yeah. And I also sense, like, because she's quick at figuring people out. And I'm sure you could connect that to, of course, her being force sensitive as well. And Leia never became a Jedi per se, but in the future she does train, and she is a Skywalker, so she does have that ability. She does have that inside of her.
And she's not like, she's a Skywalker, but she's like direct line of Anakin. Like, she's his spawn.
Yes. But speaking of Anakin, Vader, we did see him in the end in his Bacta tank there. And I think that because, Obi-Wan found out from Reva that he is alive still. And that really shook him to his core. And him finding out, I think there might have been some sort of connection there, and like just through the Force, and they sort of acknowledged each other again. It felt like that, at least. So now he's now he's gonna be there. And again we'll see what's gonna happen with the Inquisitors and that whole back and forth, and if the Grand Inquisitor really is dead, or if there's gonna be any repercussions with for Reva with what she just did. But we're building towards something here. Now we have seen the first 2 episodes. There are only 4 left. Man. But I think we should maybe just look instead of it's a really long movie that we just get in certain parts, and it definitely also has that cinematic feel to it.
Definitely.
Still, and also like it's a serious story, but they're still making time for some levity and some humor here and there, and I thought most of it worked fairly well.
Yeah.
That it's hard with humor in Star Wars, I think.
Yeah, this is a lot of it, and even the original trilogy, because you also recently watched the original trilogy. There's a lot of like humor that is a bit, I don't know what's called in English, but when it's like too much plat.
The cheesy or from the original trilogy?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
There are a few things here and there was a little bit like.
Yeah, I think it was more than prequels and like. And then in the sequels, it was more of like the Marvel humor with.
But what I meant was just that. Well, it is kind of.
It is still part of Star Wars.
It is part of Star Wars, and it's sometimes it's very hard to balance because it is this very specific kind of humor.
Yeah.
That is borderline cheesy at times. But so it's very hard for people to hit that straight away and balance it. I think Rian Johnson really tried with certain parts of Last Jedi, and that was where it became a little bit too much for me. Specifically the scene with Hux and
Poe Dameron. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
there was your mom joke in there as well.
Yeah, there was a bit too much of that humor. That's very hard. So it is really hard to hit that perfect balance.
Yes, and it's also difficult to say what is like perfect Star Wars humor necessarily in some cases. But again, thought they did a decent job with this one and with that as well.
A nice change of scenery when we actually got to this. To this place, Daiyu, there was you said the underbelly of Coruscant.
Yeah, an underworld kind of a thing.
Yeah, and I had a little bit of like a Nashida feeling. But outside, if that makes sense, because I think Nashida, at least the parts of Nashida where I've been.
Yes, and it's from the Old Republic.
The Old Republic. It was like inside more, like it was like a huge.
Yeah. So they definitely could have taken inspiration from that version of Nashida. We haven't seen Nashida in canon yet, unfortunately. Correct me if I'm mistaken. Maybe we might have seen glimpses in comics or heard about it in books, maybe even in games, But yeah, it definitely had a different feel to it than what we just got in the first episode with Tatooine, which we are very familiar with at this point.
Yeah.
Like we know what Tatooine is, we know how it should feel and what it should look like. But here it still felt very Star Wars.
Definitely, because we had all this
neon lights and
neon
stuff.
lights, exactly, and the writings that is
we've seen that before. Orabesh,
that's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, the Star Wars language.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. One of them, at least.
Yeah, because there's also Mendoa and yada and yada.
But do you have anything else you want to add to this one?
I don't think so. No.
Nope. Fair enough. Again, really enjoyed this one. Also, really enjoyed the first episode. So the first 2 episodes, I think it's a good start, and I definitely. I love what I'm seeing. There's a few things here and there that I'm not always like necessarily that crazy about, but I'm not gonna judge the entire series based on 2 episodes. Like we need the last 4, and then we can look at it as a whole and what they're building towards.
And also, like it's like a few things. It's not necessarily like it throws you off course, or at least not with me. It throws me off course.
Not at all. Not enough to make any difference really when it comes to like our enjoyment of it. It's just there were a few like maybe too easy, convenient like escapes and situations, and then again just the whole thing with me being confused with what's with the Grand Inquisitor and him seemingly dying and all of that. Well, that's gonna do it. I think.
Just very quickly, sorry if I've been looking down a lot. It's not because I'm falling asleep or I don't want to listen to what you're saying. There's just been a lot of activity and some pretty heavy kicks in this area.
Okay,
so it is kind of stealing focus sometimes.
Yes,
because it can hurt a little bit.
All right. And that's going to do it for this reaction and review of the second episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we will see you as soon as possible. May the Force be with you always. Bye.
Bye.